Still among the living, I see. Well, you never know. You just never know. You just go along figuring some things don't change ever, like being able to drive on a public highway without somebody trying to murder you. And then one stupid thing happens. 20, 25 minutes out of your whole life. And all the ropes that kept you hanging in there get cut loose. And it's like there you are, right back in the jungle again.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the McJeffrey500. It is the podcast where I count down my 500 favorite films, and then I make my friends watch them one movie at a time. It is June 13th, 2015. My co-host today is Miss Lily. Miss Lily, hello!
Why, hello there. Thank you for having me. It's so exciting to be on the show today. Yeah. Okay, back to normal voices. Alright, so this was actually going to be a Scott episode, but Scott had to go get himself a house or whatever. Congratulations, signing escrows. I'm so, that far away from being anywhere near even considering getting a house that when he says he's signing some escrow, I don't even know what that means. But I know it has something to do with the house, and I think it means he's acquiring a house, perhaps. I don't know. We'll have to have a clarification session when he's on, but I'll probably forget anyway. So, how are you, Lily? Well, I'm sorry, this is just the better voice of talking today because I'm a little bit sad from all the other shit that's been happening, so this is kind of a happy voice. So, if you have a problem with it, too bad.
Kick rocks. She told you to kick rocks. Kick rocks. Alright, well, I'm going to tell you something right now, completely movie unrelated, non-related.
Well, that's weird, considering this is a movie podcast.
Well, yeah, you know what? It's fine, because what have you watched this last week?
A lot of movies. I actually just saw the Jurassic
you saw Jurassic World? That's actually something we could talk about. It's exciting. Hold that thought, because I want to talk about something
Sorry,
unrelated.
I lost it.
What? You lost all memory of Jurassic World?
Yep, lost it.
Oh, well.
Too bad, we can't talk about it
Make
now.
something up. Okay, so I just moved into a new place. And I did my first load of laundry. And something's up. It's a really fancy machine. And maybe it's too fancy because maybe I can't grasp how to correctly use it. Because the laundry comes out nice and clean. But the last few days, it's been particularly hot here in California. The last few days, my shirt, as soon as it hits some heat, it activates a stench within the shirt, like that old, wet laundry smell. And it's very, very smelly, lack of a better term. No. See, this is bad. Because I went out last night, went out with a couple ladies, and I wore one of my heat stink activated shirts, and I realized it's going to be a long night. I had to play it off I smell nothing. And they were cool. They didn't say anything, but I know they smell because women have better sense of smell. So if I can smell it, I know.
Hold on, let me smell your shirt.
Are you going to smell my shirt?
I am.
Here, smell this.
Over here, Jeffrey.
Smell that?
I think it smells worse to you than it does to me. I smell a lot of soap.
Well, let's get a little technical.
I pulled it directly out of the wash as soon as the little song came on and put it directly in the dryer. So it actually wasn't sitting, so that's the baffling part. Okay, so I when it was dried, when I finished the dry cycle, the clothing was still kind of damp. I figured, okay, well, I'll just hang it in the closet and let it kind of like do a hang dry. And I thought, okay, well, that'll solve the problem. And now I'm coming to the conclusion, I gotta dry those motherfuckers all the way through, because the hang dry is just gonna, like, it'll dry, but it'll be stanky dry clothes.
No, not if you put it outside. It won't be stinky.
I'm not taking them out.
It'll just be a little crusty.
No, that's alright. I could deal with some crust. It's a stink. But I don't have no balcony to hang.
I'll try using different soap.
No, well, here's the other thing. Here's the rub. You have to use a specific type of detergent. It has to have a special sticker. It says HE or like high energy or whatever. I don't even know. It stands for something. Which is basically the only detergent that stickers on is a bunch of Tide products. And I'm not a big Tide guy. I'm more of an Arm & Hammer dude, because you know what? Arm & Hammer takes out the stank. So I bought the Tide. Tides are reputable, whatever. And no, I have smelly clothes. So I'm going to do my next load, probably Monday, and I'm going to just dry out, it has a predetermined time of drying, but I think there's an option where you can actually set, 47 minutes. No, let's try 70 minutes. We'll see what happens, and I'll report back in 2 weeks, because that's when you're on again. And then you'll be gone for 2 months. It's very exciting for you. I'm giving her some time off. She deserves it.
It's so sweet.
I know, right? Alright, so, anyway, you saw Jurassic World.
I did.
You like the dinosaurs?
Because the previews, obviously, if you saw them, you know that there's barely anything. They didn't give you anything.
Oh,
they wanted
a teaser.
They wanted it to be kind of like a complete surprise. And really, okay, so I'm going to go left brain versus right brain here.
Please do.
It was really hard for me to shut off my brain and not pick apart the movie. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to enjoy it as a fan, because I loved the movies. I loved number 1, obviously. You can't get better than number 1. Number 2 is cool. Number 3, I didn't really like too much. But
it's like, I'm still on board. 4th one, bring it.
Still, I love Jurassic Park regardless. And even the artistry's in it. The mechanics that they used in the first ones are the puppets.
Oh, sure. Stands the test of time, clearly.
But, there's a little bit more substance, obviously, in the first one, because there was kind of a purpose for the dinosaurs being there. This one was more like an action movie.
That's the Spielberg effect, because Spielberg likes to humanize his characters.
That's exactly what happened. By the end of okay, have you seen it yet?
Jurassic World, I have not.
You have not seen Jurassic World. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I don't really know. Well, you already know that Spielberg humanizes the characters. So the raptors in the end, which is a little bit more believable because raptors are supposedly intelligent. I couldn't tell you that because I've never met a raptor. But anyways, a little bit more intelligent, and they're not reptilian.
They're like birds.
Right, which actually I was really curious how they were going to translate, because we found out that a lot of dinosaurs did have feathers because they're related to birds. So I was wondering how he was going to do that, and in the movie he did address, it was kind of like, I don't know how to really explain it more than it was it was a brief moment where he said that there's a reason we can, genetically modify so they didn't look exactly like they would have in the past. So they did mention that. So it is kind of accurate at the same time, but man, it was an action movie more than anything else. It was like... What?
No, I'm
what?
listening. So Matt...
I feel you rolling your eyes.
No! That's absolutely not. I'm thinking to my next comment, but there's no eye rolling whatsoever. No,
did you read any of the reviews?
No, I actually did not. I know it got a positive 70-something% on the tomato meter, so therefore I am intrigued to see it. Our fellow co-host Mr. K was not a fan of the movie, but whatever.
Let me just say, get a big old thing of popcorn if you like popcorn or whatever snack, and just enjoy it as an action movie.
Okay. Solid action.
Yes, that's it.
All right.
There are plenty of holes, but forget about them.
Like not dinosaurs not existing hole. But once you get past that, you accept that dinosaurs do exist. It's a ride.
No, it's one of those movies, like, if I don't see it soon, I will probably let it fall by the wayside, and I'll never get around to it. And I've seen the first three. Oh, and of course, the first one's a classic. Second one, that's still the scene with the daughter on doing the acrobats, kicking raptors, still loses me completely.
Yeah,
About that, no.
No.
It got worse as
But it had Goldblum in it, so, it had redeeming factors. Would Jurassic World been a better film if Jeff Goldblum came back? He was the...
No, like I said, I enjoyed it as is.
As is?
But, if I really wanted to pick it apart, I absolutely could. I mean, the characters were stereotypical, and there was tons of comic relief, which made it a good movie because it makes you kind of laugh at it. But then again, the left brain's going, what the fuck? There's no substance here.
Yeah. But the right brain's just eating it up. Yum, 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 yum. All right. Right on. I saw Spy. That's the comedy with Melissa McCarthy.
Right, I wanted to see that too.
It's actually very funny. The director, Feelig, I think he's the only director that knows how to use Melissa McCarthy, because most of her films are pretty terrible, except for the ones that he's involved in. Bridesmaids, The Heat, and this one. Like, he knows how to use her. She's more than just a funny, overweight actress. She's got substance. And what's the cool thing about, Spy, aside from it being actually legitimately funny, and it's actually a comedy that actually grows funnier as it goes along, which is usually, most comedies seem to lose steam, where this one kind of picks it up a bit. Her character, she plays a spy, kind of out of her element, but she's not completely just a disaster. She knows how to. She's got fight scenes. She knows how to, because she's a member of the CIA. She's trained, in the CIA, so she knows how to handle a gun. She knows how to, do hand-to-hand combat. She's big. She knows how to, think on, snap of a finger. She knows how to lie. She knows how to get out of situations. So it's kind of cool, even though she is still a character out of her element, to see her not completely just be well, look at the fat person fall down. It's funny. So I honestly was thinking it was going to be kind of like that, but it's a lot smarter. The stories, that's your basic spy stories. Bad person doing bad things must stop. But it's the characterization of her. And Jason Statham in particular is very amusing, as he's the kind of the veteran spy guy who basically is, repulsed by the idea of Melissa McCarthy doing what he does. And throughout the movies, he tells her all the things he's done, all the badass things he's done. And the further along he goes throughout the movies, saying all the stuff he's done, the stories just get more and more stupidly, just impossible. But he says it with such a straight face and conviction, you gotta laugh. So he's obviously having fun with himself, because he's generally, plays straight, just macho guys. And he's a macho guy who doesn't realize he's completely ridiculous. So, Spy, check it out. It also has a penis in it. So, for the ladies, penis alert.
Oh, for the gay men out there.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, this one's for you, gay gentlemen, as well. Okay! We're going to watch a movie today. I'm going to pull out the image.
What is it?
I'm going to pull out the image.
Also, we have a special treat for you.
We're going to have a treat exchange. But, all right, let's reveal the movie, then we'll see.
Oh, God, this is
All right, first ever treat
wait.
exchange. Okay. I'm about to show you the image of what we're about to watch. And it's funny how we mentioned Spielberg, because this was his first film.
Awesome!
We're watching Duel. You know anything about Duel?
No, I don't.
All right, then you're just gonna go in blind, and it's gonna be awesome. And Miss Lily provided me with a treat. Which is nice. It's kind of the first time someone's, I always seem to bring the snacks, but she brought me a scorpion sucker, strawberry flavor, which is basically a rectangular pink sucker with a dead scorpion in the middle. And
don't worry, the stinger's off. They take that off.
Well,
I'd eat the stinger. I ain't no pussy.
So he's gonna start sucking on the sucker,
And then I'm just gonna start tonguing on them arms. I just, you know what? Once it starts, when I start getting to like the center, I don't. You're not supposed to eat the scorpion, are you?
Yeah, you are. It's protein.
Oh, like I'm a guy who needs protein.
Yeah, you do. You're so feeble.
You know what? I will suck this thing till I can't suck it no more, and then
that's a good man.
that may come short of eating scorpions. And I'm doing a new thing with the bringing snacks for the movie. So instead of the snack that actually appears in the film, because I'm realizing more films I watch, I'm seeing just a lot of booze. I'm gonna start doing whatever day we do this podcast on. I realize every day there's a national food day for that day. And today is June 13th. And you know what today is?
National Cake Day.
Close.
Really?
National Cupcake Lovers Day.
What? Oh yeah! Holy crap! Oh, this came from Rayleigh's. I recognize that.
Safeway, actually. But,
okay, whatever.
Alright. She's gonna eat a cupcake. I'm gonna eat a scorpion sucker. We're gonna watch
You can
Duel.
have some of my cupcake. I'll cut it in half.
You gonna have some of my sucker?
I'll have a leg.
Leg?
A leg.
Alright. And the results of that trial when we return.
Get back in the bus, please. Please, come on, back in the bus. Hey, stop!
We have returned. We have finished Duel! Steven Spielberg's first film starring Dennis Weaver of Gunsmoke fame. You were unfamiliar with this film, Miss Lily, prior to watching it just now. Impressions? What's that the impression of? Okay.
Move your big fat truck! That's what he said.
Well,
Dennis Weaver, you really have a way with words.
he's a poet. Poet laureate. Alright, so people who are not in the know of Duel, let me let you know what Duel is about. It's simplicity into itself. We have a common man who is heading home after doing his boring business stuff. Where was he driving?
Bakersfield.
Oh no, but you said you recognized the area he was driving through.
Oh yeah, it's like Central California. It's basically the desert. Not really the desert. It feels like the desert. There's really just nothing but hills. Sometimes you run across a cow or an old broken down barn, but it's boring.
Alright. So yeah, and that's basically what was going down. He was having his drive and
down I-5, by the way, which
down
is
I-5
really freaking boring.
Yeah, not the most spectacular of highways. He comes at a certain point. He is slowed down by the presence of a big, dirty diesel truck, and he does what any man in his muscle car would do and drive around said truck. Now, truck apparently does not appreciate this and gets back in front of him. At which point, he once again drives past the big, dirty diesel truck. We then basically start a cat and mouse chase of a diesel truck that's constantly tormenting our protagonist to the point of he's just looking to straight up kill the guy flat out, it would seem. Either that or he's just toying with him to a certain point. But that's the story. We don't get to see... We barely see the driver. You might see him like through a dirty windshield or like in a quick quick camera pass.
We actually saw Steven Spielberg more than we actually saw the driver of the truck.
We do see Steven Spielberg in the reflection of a pay telephone, which is one of those classic oops. But it's funny because I don't think I caught it the first time I saw it, but now watching it again, clear as effing day. I believe the last time I actually watched this movie was, aside from being on television, was on my VHS copy. So it's been a long time since I've watched Duel. Fun fact about Duel, Lily. Duel was a TV movie. Back in the day when TV movies actually could almost be considered as quality as your actual theatrical films. You had your mini series like Roots and Shogun, and then you had your TV movies like Helter Skelter and this, Duel. Duel, actually, the running time of the film was, I believe, the TV movie is about 70 minutes, so they actually added 20 minutes more to the film to make it acceptable length for theaters. And it played briefly in theaters in America, but it did also play overseas as a full-length film and was well regarded. So this was Spielberg's calling card. So prior to this, he directed Columbo episodes in various television, but this was his first film. His next film would be Sugarland Express, and his next film after that would be Jaws, and the rest is history. So let's put Lily in this situation. Okay, you're driving to Bakersfield because it's your favorite place on earth, and you're on boring old Highway 5, and you see a stinky diesel truck slowing you down, and you gotta get to where you need to go because Bakersfield, you're gonna get some good Mexican food, and maybe catch a
heroin. Let's get some heroin.
Get some heroin and Mexican. And maybe watch a... what do they do in Bakersfield? They have
crystal meth.
They got crystal meth, heroin, Mexican food, and then maybe a demolition derby. I don't know. But this truck is keeping you from your addictions. Demolition derbies and Mexican food primarily. What does Lily do in this situation? Alright, so you pass the truck. As if it's clear, that's what most people do. It's like, hey, you're slowing me down. My vehicle's faster. I got a clear path through. I'm going to go around. You realize the truck's fucking with you. What do you do?
It depends. Is it same time frame or is it today?
No. Let's go back to the 70s. And yes, we realize you.
Well, the reason I asked is, I have a cell phone.
Yeah, cell phones. This movie would be very short if cell phones were in existence in the mid-70s. So basically, you call 911 and say, hey, trucker's fucking with me.
Hey, trucker's fucking with me.
Yeah, you say it just like that. You say, no, don't hang up again. Let's for sake of argument, you do not have a cell phone. What do you do?
Well, I'm a giant vagina. I don't really like trucks. I've seen too many Final Destinations, so I would...
The 70s Final Destination didn't exist.
I know. Okay, so if we're back in the 70s, I probably would have just pulled over. But the problem is with this movie is that every time this guy does pull over, the guy is waiting for him.
Yeah, it's like he has nothing particular to do. He lives to torment. Poor
he really
Dennis
only
Weaver.
had one opportunity to confront the trucker, and he fucked it up.
Well, if you're referring to the diner scene, I think it's revealed that the trucker was never in the diner.
No, I understand that.
Oh.
But, he didn't even try to check out the truck in the first place. It was still in the parking lot.
Oh, because you would have cut them brakes. And you would have
yes, I would have cut the brakes, yes.
Try to cut through them big old tires. Like, yeah,
I've gone to the convenience store. I got something that actually punctured the tires.
There's no convenience store in the middle of nowhere. You're at Chuck's Diner.
Exactly. So there's no convenience store, but there are farms around. With lots of sharp and pointy objects.
Give me your butcher knife. I'm going to slash these tires.
I would have probably... opened a line of communication with the people that were in the diner instead of freaking out and talking to myself really quietly inside my head. That was really weird, I gotta say.
You would approach the people at the diner and say, friends, hi, you don't know me,
But that truck outside is mean.
Hold on. There's a reason I crashed into your fence, which no one seems to actually care about.
Well, what's the fence holding in? Or holding out?
Trees in an orchard.
Clearly.
It doesn't matter.
It's very successful.
And there's just random people just staring at him. They have absolutely, I don't know,
He's
no
city
contribution.
folk.
No! There's no reason. Like, he stayed in the same spot for like over an hour.
That's what old people do. You know, when you live in
Really?
the desert, you just stare blankly at things you don't see every day. And Dennis Weaver is someone you don't see every day. God bless Dennis Weaver.
He's got a caterpillar on his lip.
Yeah, he's definitely rocking the porn stash. And Dennis Weaver, we are Dennis Weaver. Now, you're right, the whole inner monologues. I think you could, actually, if you took those out of the movie, I think the movie, you don't need explanation. You know where his mind's going. I mean, you could have, I guess people might get a little fidgety if it's just a long scene of a guy staring at a menu trying to figure out what his next move is while he stares at the other patrons thinking
That's kind of the whole movie.
Yeah, it's a cat and mouse. He's trying to get out of the situation because it's established early when he talks to his wife that he's
Unhappy?
He's kind of a pussy. I mean, he's a doormat. He's a pacifist and he doesn't like confrontation. And he's got a big one. And this trucker, it kind of gets implied that this trucker's done this before. If you look at like the license plates on the front of the truck for like Wyoming, New Mexico, you can almost make a story in your head like, well, these are, maybe he's just collecting victims along the way. These are his trophies. But yeah, we never really get a motive. I mean, it's one thing to be upset with a guy that passes you on a highway. It's another thing to just spend the rest of your freaking day, basically making his life hell. Because he does toy with them. Because I truly believe, maybe I'm thinking too much into it, there's a scene where Dennis Weaver, Mr. Man, that's his name, is waiting for a train to pass, and then like Ninja Truck comes out of nowhere and starts pushing him towards the train. If that truck really, really wanted to put him into the train, that truck totally could. That's a big, big diesel truck, and it's that. There's no way that car could have prevented that. He was toying with him.
Absolutely. The scene where he ended up at the second stop with the old woman and her lovable snakes, which I kind of wish just bit the guy to put him out of his misery. Yeah, well, I mean, you don't really expect the trucker to start fucking with other people, but that's kind of where it goes over the line. It's like past just messing with him to actual serious
Well,
threat.
because he realized once he's in the phone booth, he's calling the police and like no cops. Because earlier in the earlier scene, he actually helps the bus driver and some kids to get their bus rolling. So we don't get to know shit about the truck driver, but this guy's got dimensions.
Yeah.
He's a sadistic, psycho killer.
But he loves kids.
But he understands the plight of children, how they need to get to school. Or maybe that's just it. Those kids don't want to go to school, and he's going to make them go to school. You're a jerk. You are a jerk, truck man. Those kids were enjoying playing in the desert, making stupid faces at Dennis Weaver when the guy was originally trying to push the bus, and the kids are in the back of the bus mocking him because he's a loser. Because kids think all adults are losers, really. But, they probably thought the truck driver was cool. See, kids are bad.
What really got me about that
judgment
scene is the bus driver kind of was just a big kid, and he was kind of taunting him as well.
Well, he's like, kids, like, Dennis Weaver's trying to, tell the kids, like, get back on the bus, because he sees the truck coming, and he thinks the truck's, full of, kid-killing angst. And the truck driver's like, they stay on the road, they're safe, they're kids, just stay on the road, you're safe.
Kids, you're fine,
you're fine.
And these days, the bus drivers won't even let you off the bus.
No.
You have to sit there for hours while they scald you and say, shut up!
So did you sympathize for Dennis Weaver?
What did you just say?
Did you sympathize? Did
Super
you sympathize? Did you sympathize?
I'll answer your question if you eat that scorpion.
Okay. So I was sucking on this sucker through the movie.
Because he's a sucker.
I just wrapped it in a napkin because I started tonguing on the tail a bit. I got to the tail tip, and I took a little piece of it off, and I was very dismayed by it. So I wrapped it in a napkin that's now really stuck to the sucker. Now it's got a new bear.
Go stick it under the water.
You really want me to get to the scorpion?
I'll do it. Here, you sit on your butt. Give me that. You're going to eat the scorpion. I'll break it in half.
I'm not eating the scorpion.
You are eating the scorpion.
Name of the podcast. Okay. So, Duel obviously put Steven Spielberg on the map. What's your favorite Spielberg movie? Are you an E.T. girl? Are you a Indiana Jones fan? You like Jurassic Park? You like...
Let's stick with the theme, Jurassic Park.
She liked Jurassic Park. You know, Jurassic Park came out the same year as Schindler's List. That was a pretty big year for Spielberg. Pretty big.
Alright, I'm breaking this up for you.
Alright, she is breaking my scorpion sucker.
Oh, I shouldn't do it on glass. That's bad. Ah! Oh, I broke it in half.
You broke the scorpion in half?
I broke it in half! Oh!
Bring it.
Oh.
What are you seeing?
It's a bug, yeah.
Eek.
It sure is a bug.
It's for legit.
Oh yeah, it's a real bug. Here you go, eat that. Suck on it!
No, that's gross.
Guts.
Well, you gonna eat that one?
No.
Why did you put sticky ass candy in my hand?
Because I'm two. Here, let me. Don't! No! Just because women have cleavage does not mean you to throw things at them! I'm gonna get that scorpion out for you.
You already broke it.
Yeah, but you need to eat the scorpion.
I'm not eating the scorpion.
You are eating the scorpion!
You need to give me something because my fingers are sticky now.
Lick them.
Oh, that's an idea, actually. Alright.
Alright, here. Here you
What?
go. Just stick it in your mouth. Open
No!
it. Open it up!
You're not gonna give me a
Okay,
mess.
everyone, he's officially eating it. Starting 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in his mouth. Now keep it in there. I have to pee.
You can't pee.
Why?
Sure, I can't watch. You can't. Alright, we're pausing.
Did you pause it?
I paused it because that's a lot of dead air. We're not going to wait for you to finish your pee. I don't care how fast you pee.
You could have talked.
I did talk. I said we're going to pause. And now
No,
we're back.
I mean, we could have discussed a movie while I was peeing.
No, because the microphone's pretty powerful, but it's not that powerful.
I would have screamed.
I probably still wouldn't have been able to hear you. So, Duel, did you enjoy yourself?
I was driven mad by it.
Driven mad? Pun intended.
Driven mad.
So, I mean, one can appreciate the simplicity of it. The whole, they don't try to answer everything, obviously. There's so many question marks, like the whys.
I found myself going, why aren't you doing this? A lot. I guess it was, I don't know, I mean, because he is kind of average Joe, and so I guess he's not the smartest guy in the world, but, and maybe I watched too many action films, I guess, but I mean, it's just, I thought it was common sense that if someone's pushing you towards a train, you try to move.
There is a point where he could have just did a sharp left and avoided, possibly becoming a train batter. Well, that's not even
Fine,
a thing.
how about train baloney?
Train baloney. Name of the podcast?
Yeah. Train baloney.
So, alright. Where do we go from here? So, I mean, I've basically given the history on Duel. Very, very big deal. I don't know what else to say.
About this movie, it's kind of exasperating, honestly. Why is it your favorite?
I love the concept, and because I do put myself in the scene where what would I do in this situation?
I even asked you, but you didn't answer me, so
What?
I guess you don't really put yourself in the scene. So.
I do put myself in the
Well,
scene.
then answer the freaking question then.
I'm saying, alright, first of all, I'm not that guy.
What?
I'm not that guy that will pass the diesel truck. Because you know what? I'm never in a real rush to get anywhere. So if there's a truck that's in front of me that's a little slow, you know what? I'm going to let it ride. If he stays slow, I'm going to probably stop out, at Chuck's Diner or Cafe, chill out for a while.
What if it's a long stretch of just straight? Because that's what the case was. It's a really large diesel truck going 40 miles an hour. Maybe it was like 35 or something. Mm-hmm. And you have to get somewhere. You have to get to your loving wife, whom you kind of don't like.
Well,
and
it's kind of the key there, isn't it?
Yeah, but he hasn't started messing with you yet. So at this point, it's like you have that option to pass him without making a blind turn.
I'm just saying I don't do that.
I kind of feel like you'd be impatient and you would.
If I'm in a car with, if you're in the car with me, you'd probably do, you pass him. And then I would say, you're going to get us all killed, Lily. And then he'll start attacking us. It's like, see, Lily, see what happened because you're not patient. And then we'd fight, and then the trucker would be going, why are those two fighting? I'm trying to fight them. And then we would have
I would take out my bazooka.
You don't have a bazooka.
I got some gum.
Gum ain't gonna do shit. Don't cry. So, anyway. That's Duel. Duel's cool. Duel is too cool for school.
But, actually, no, it's not, because he tried to get the kids to school.
At the end of the day, those kids did make it to school.
So Duel is not too cool for school. But it will make you drool.
Oh, no.
Don't be a fool!
Well, if you drool, you're a fool.
Don't watch Duel.
This is basically the greatest podcast ever.
Ever! Thanks for listening, folks.
Wait, you're ending it early?
Wait, what time is it?
We got about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, let's talk about stuff.
Okay. Lily, you know what? I blame myself. I, once again, did not bring notes. I'm still in the finishing stages of moving into my new place.
Okay, now hold on. So what did you think about the snake lady?
I thought she had a very chipper, upbeat attitude, and she really wanted people to look at her snakes. And then the dirty truck driver decided to destroy all her snakes. At one point, Dennis Weaver takes a snake glass case and throws it at the truck. It's like, fuck you. I don't know if there are actually snakes in there, but still, that's mean. And she was very upset because her snakes and her lizards got loose. But you know what? She will rebuild.
She will.
She will rebuild.
There's a rattler that got out that almost bit him, like I mentioned earlier. And then
an iguana.
Yeah, iguana. And a tarantula.
And a tarantula.
And then some mystery snake that looked super cool.
The one that she was holding at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool snake. We should have been about her, really.
How many actors do you think were actually in the film?
Well, you got the two people in the car. You got him, his wife, the kids, patrons of the diner with the cook and the waitress, and
bus full of kids
with the bus driver. You got the guy, the pest control car that looks like a cop car. That was kind of a fun cop out. Dennis Weaver, of course, and that's it. I think I covered everybody.
You'd say like 50 people?
Oh, not even that.
40?
Maybe 20.
No, because the kids.
The kids. Let's not forget the kids. They're people too.
No, mother lover. Okay, fine. If you count them as half a person each.
I generally do.
Well, then like 10 or 12 of them.
It's a very... Well, you gotta keep in mind, this movie ran on a TV movie budget, so it was pretty sparse. And, they paid for, I think they had 3 trucks. One of them still exists. Obviously not the one that went off the cliff.
Oh, God, that would have been so much fun.
But some guy actually owns the truck, and I believe he actually has a Plymouth. So I've seen pictures. They're next to each other. It's kind of cool. So there's a collector, a rabid fan of Duel. So, what was I getting at? So, yeah, low budget. Man, when most of your budget goes towards, big, dirty trucks and, basically paying off, counties to allow you to use their roads. You basically just have cars, pausing, stopping, He's accelerating. Oh, you got a lot of money for posts. Lots of posts. A lot of wrecked posts in this
A lot of
movie.
animosity for posts.
Dennis Weaver hates posts.
He ran into, like, what was it? At least 20 of them.
Oh, yeah. Those posts, he doesn't like them.
Long gone.
Then one of the posts bloodied his lip. That's what he gets.
Oh, that's what happened?
For his post hatred.
I thought he ate, like, a jelly donut or something.
Well, that'd be an odd time to eat a jelly donut. When you're getting chased by...
side seat.
Which reminds me, you ever go to a donut shop, like, a little too late, and the selection is so fucking sad, but you're already in the donut shop?
It's usually the plain ones.
Oh, I did that today. This place, because I moved to a new place, so I checked out this new donut shop. Basically, they were down to a few buttermilks, a couple fashions, and like 30 chocolate bars. So I'm just staring at these.
How is that a problem? There's 30 chocolate bars.
I don't like chocolate bars necessarily.
Why don't you just go to Donut King?
Yeah, Donut King is a little closer now. This is regional talk. People don't care about this. But yeah, Donut King's cool. I almost went there last night because I went out with some ladies.
Ooh, fancy smancy. Look who's the ladies' man.
I know, right? And you go to Donut King at 2 a.m. That's when the donuts are warm. So warm.
Oh, goodness.
I didn't, though. I was good. I dropped them off at their homes, and I went home.
Oh, I'm still thinking donuts. I forgot you had females in the picture. I'm like, he bought donuts and then dropped them off. Why didn't he eat them? How dare you, sir?
You are free donuts. Go back to your homes in Donut Land. Roll on. Alright, I think we've killed enough time. I'll have notes next week. Or in 2 weeks when we're doing this again.
You mean 2 months?
No, 2 weeks. You got one more. Then you got the 2 months off.
What? You lied.
No, I did not. So
Wait.
next week is Mr. Paul. Then the week after that is you, and then you're gone for 2 months. And then we'll see you in September. You love it.
Okay, bye, guys.
No, hold on.
Hold on to the table. Go. Say your thing.
About to.
Do it. Listen, everybody. He's about to say something really profound.
Opening music provided by Austin Oz Graham. To hear more, you can visit Austin's Facebook, SoundCloud, and YouTube page. Just put in Austin Oz Graham. That is Austin like the city, Oz like the wizard, Graham like the cracker. Special shout out goes out to Engineer Travis, without whom you would not be hearing this. Check out his podcast on the Plan9Planet.com website. Plan 9 Podcast, the name of the podcast, is a podcast that I am on as well. This week we watched... What did we watch? We watched Robot Monster. It's craptastic. Imagine a gigantic...
BM?
kind of. A gorilla costume with a kind of a space helmet on it, and that's your Robot Monster. It's classically bad, but not the worst thing I've seen since doing this podcast. I
love crappy movies, so I think I will mosey out along and watch that, or listen.
You should listen. Oh, and we actually drink a really bad...
Tequila with the worm.
No. The sodas. We do the novelty drinks.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you finally drank those?
No. This is our third and final installment, but it's the best one. Because we have a peanut butter and jelly soda and we have a chocolate soda. And at one point in this podcast, we may or may not combine both sodas and drink it.
What?
You want to hear my gag reflex? You check it out.
All right, hold on. I have a request for you then. Why don't you try Bean Boozled? I posted a video on my Facebook yesterday. It's like they have, oh my god, it's 10 flavors, each one. 10 are normal and 10 are bad.
I know, yes.
Yeah,
You
it's
like
bar flavor. Oh, I did it yesterday, and I didn't even realize I was doing it until it was like spur of the moment. But you guys should do it because it would be absolutely hilarious. I would love to listen to you eat barf.
The sad thing is I have had the barf Jelly Belly bean.
Really? What about the skunk spray?
It tastes like bad pizza.
I've had the grass.
That was not bad. It tastes a little bit like dirt.
I've had toothpaste. That was not terrible.
It's kind of refreshing.
Dog food's gross.
I only got the pudding. I wasn't the sucker who ate it.
Oh, it's bad. Booger was interesting.
I got the popcorn.
Fortunate.
Again, the worst one was moldy cheese and skunk spray.
I have avoided both of those.
And you have to eat them on a podcast, so.
All right.
Listen up.
All right. We have filled this podcast up. Congratulations.
Booyah.
Generally, we would have a scene to the movie that we will recreate, but I didn't print out a script, and I have no internet service in this house. We are at Lily's place. So, I'm going to be more prepared. I keep saying that every week, but eventually I'll get it right. I got 500 of these things to do. All right. So, we will have a reenactment next week, and until then, we will leave... Oh, yeah. Trainwreck podcast. Would love it, though. This, we will end with... Well, you know what? Let's end with Talking Head Psycho Killer. Listen to this song. Enjoy this song. I will be with you next week. Well, I will. Lily's in 2 weeks. But until then, I bid you... adieu. Do.
To the facts, I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. Can't sleep cause my bed's on fire. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire.